So, before we starting, so basically Python is invented by the Buddha is the so here one of the show is a Monty Python circle. So that is the introductory part basically. But in the interview also you can ask means who is the inventor of the Python or when Python is invented. So you should know the name for same. So that is a Guido von Rossum is the inventor of the Python. So Python is a high level program as well as is a interpreted language. It's a general purpose using language and as of a general purpose also it is used as the object oriented and function oriented. So one by one we can learn about it. So first, right, the first feature is interpreted language. Right. So the basically what is mean by the interpreted language? So basically interpreted language means interpretation means the line by line code execution is there in the Python. So just like in other languages like a C, C++ or other languages, when we are writing the code, so all code will be compiled at a one and it will gives you error like whatever the errors for that code and you have to find that error in that code, right? But in the Python, the scenario is if you are writing the code, just like I will show you one example for a second. Okay, so in the Python, if you are writing a is equal to if you are writing any string, like hello is a string, right? And if you want uh, to do any of the arithmetic operation that string. So on the string, arithmetic operation is not performed basically. But if you want any of the other data, just like printing C if you want, and C is not defined here. If you run this, so line number two, we are getting error. So at the line number two, there is error. So first line, there is okay. But at the second line, you got the error. So the second line, you are getting the error like line by line code execution. If I run this, so you will get the print of hello for a sim. So just like line by line code execution is there, right? Dynamically typed. So basically there are two types of typings. First is a dynamically typed and second is a statically typed. So what is mean by statically typed? Statically typed means whatever the data types you are means defining in that your the any of the function. So that is checked before the code execution. That is a statically typed. And dynamically typed means whatever the data types you are defining is there. That is a check during the code execution, right? So in the dynamically type during the code execution. So we will check one of those example, just like if we want to check the type of that a variable, right? This is a right now string variable, and if you want to check, so we can check type of a, right? So string is a type of a, right? If we change any of the data, like if you are writing any integer, so we will get integer for a same. If we write any of the float, we'll check the data types also for a same. So just for information, you can check the type of it. So basically, checking the type that is a dynamically type, right? Third one is it is a general purpose. So the meaning of general purpose means we can use to build any kind of application. We can use this Python language for a same. After that, third is a and function oriented. So basically, the object oriented and function oriented means we can use this language as any of the object. There are multiple kinds of object oriented language, and function oriented means we can define our custom function for the same and we can use for that, right? So these four features are important. In the interview also, you can interviewer can ask you what are the key features of Python, or why you are using the Python, or why Python is necessary, or what are the Python differ from the other language. So you can state these four key features of the Python, right? If you have any of the doubt, you can ask me, right? Data types in Python. Okay. So there are no different kinds of data types in the Python. We will check by their categories. So in this, the first category is none type. So none type is basically provided by the null value itself. So if we are defining any of the value, if we have any of the value of this, and if we define the none, you can get the type of that none type, right? Second, numerical type. So in the numerical type, we have integer, float, complex, and boolean, right? So what are the integers? Non-decimal values, right? So the values which does not have any kind of decimal points in it. So that those are the integer values, right? In the float, we have decimal values. If we add any of the decimal values is here, so that is a float values. So complex are basically that is a real and imaginary. In this we can use I, J, K, right? So just like if we are using any kind of for loop for I in range, that is I is imaginary, and we print that I, so we are getting the in the between the range of five. Okay, in the range of 5, we can print the values over it. After that, boolean. Boolean is basically true and false value. These are the numerical type. After that, we have sequence type data type. So in the sequence type is a list, second is tuple, string. Okay. So in the list, we have there is a two basic difference are the in the list and tuple. So in the interview also you can ask what is the list and what is the tuple. So first uh, I'll give the example of the list and a tuple for a same. So you can tell me what is the difference, right? So first is a list and second is tuple. If you want to check, you can type for the same. But first, we have to check the key difference in it. So if you want any operation on it, so like, the indexing starting from the value if zeroth index, right? So if I want to change the zeroth index means a from 0 to any of the value, just say 100, right? And if you want to change that value to 100, and if I print that, so what we are getting 100. So first value will be changed over here, right? But what if I do the same operation on the tuple? If I print that tuple, so we are getting error at line number 9. Yes. And what is the error? That is a type error, does not support the item assignment, right? So the key difference between the list and tuple is the value in the list can be changed or modified, but value and the tuple will not be changed or modified for the same, right? You're getting my point? Okay. So this point is called a mutation, right? Mutation is basically can change or modify that. So that is lists are mutable and tuples are immutable. Second, lists are denoted by the square brackets, tuples are denoted by the parentheses, right? Third, both can have multiple type of data type. Just like if we have any of the string data is there, just like my name is there. So we can have it. So multiple kinds of data type can contain in one list, right? We can have float is there, just like if we have any float values there, we can have any of the string values there, which so we can have in list. Okay. After that, a string. String is immutable. So just like if I take any of the string data is here, right? So string does not contain any of the indexing is there. So if I want to do that operation, so it will take also the type error does not support the item assignment. So you cannot assign the indexing for that element. So that is also immutable. And sometimes interviewer ask you that if you have any of the string and if you want to perform any of the operation on a string, so how you can do it? So you have to convert that string into the list, and after that you can means run that operation. So converting for that string to list, you can write list of A. So list of A will be put it into the B, and if you print the B, you can get the list of, and after that you can write the indexing for that, that is the zeroth number, first number, second number, and so on, right? And you can change the value over it, and after that you can reconvert into the your original string. Okay, so that is a immutable. Okay, fourth, till now clear? Okay, fourth is a mapping type. So in the mapping type there are dictionary. So basically, dictionary means we have two values. It means one is a key and second is a value. So key value pair is always there. So just like if we want to define any of the dictionary, so in the curly braces, you can write one key. Key is always in a double quote form. So that is a key colon is the any value. So that is the key value pair, right? So in the dictionary, and this is also mutable. We can change any of the value in the dictionary. Curly braces, key value pair is there, right? After that, set type data type. So in the set, there are two types. That is a first is set and second is a frozen set, right? So just like a normal set that is defined in a curly braces. So if we can take 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma, so these much of values are there, and if I print that A, so what difference do you see in this? What is the input string and what are the output string you are is there any difference between the input string and output you are getting? Yes, so the base difference in the set and other are set does not contain any duplicates value, right? Set is also mutable, right? And in the frozen set, these are non-mutable, means that is in the name frozen. So in the frozen set, you are just writing uh, frozen set, and that is your frozen set string, right? And it is immutable. So one more thing, uh, in this, why we are using the set or frozen sets are there, if we have any of the tuples values are there. So basically, frozen set and tuples are same, but in the tuple, the values are immutable, right? But when we are using any kind of just like standardized values are there, or if we have any of the sequence we have does not want to change over it, so we are using the tuples for a same. But in the frozen sets, if we are containing any of the unique values are there, just like you are working on any of the id sets, or if we are working on any kinds of means only one values is there, or just like your roll number, just like your PNR number, or just like any of the uh, specific IDs there. So we are using the sets over there because they does not contain any of the duplicate value, but tuples can have duplicate values over there, right? So basic use of set is it does not contain any kinds of duplicates, as well as it is a uh, channelized module is there, right? So till here
Okay.
you are cleared all. So if I ask you one or two question, you can able to answer me.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Okay. So can you tell me the key features of the Python? Four key features.
I can remember, but I can't like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just one or two.
it is standard library
Mm-hmm.
and key features. Like 1 second. What you said is interpreted. Okay, standard library, dynamic language, and object oriented and function oriented. These are the features, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. So the basically, what is interpreted language?
Yeah, it is line by line code execution, I think.
Yes, yes, correct. Uh, Also, what is mean by dynamically typed?
Yeah, dynamically typed, like, I mean, the check during, as you wrote, the check during execution.
Yes, data types is checked during the code execution is there. Okay. Also, can you tell me what is the difference between list and tuple?
Even this is having, I mean, list is having, this is mutable and immutable, you mean to say. Mutable and immutable, you mean to say, right? List and tuple.
Yes, yes. The key difference between both are that is a mutability. Lists are mutable
Mhm.
and tuples immutable.
Tuples are immutable.
Yes. Till now, all information is clear.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.